going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today we've got the third T20 review between India and the West Indies. Hey, India win the series 3-0. They won the ODI series quite comfortably. It's a quite comfortable winning, last month and a bit for India back on home soil. And now, just in a few days, they're going to be playing Sri Lanka, who have, of course, just finished their series up here in Australia. So, Sri Lanka's on the plane right now, probably as we speak, heading to India. They're going to play, I think it's 2 T20s and 2 test matches, something like that. They're going to play either or. But, yeah, India win this one by 17 runs. Well, not a few. A lot of changes to the 11. From the first ODI/T20 now to the last match of the series. A lot of changes in the 11. Of course, that's forced due to just wanting to make changes, or, of course, no Virat, no Rishabh Pant, of course, makes that as well. But, hey, India, they lost another toss. They were actually, hold on, before we do that, player of the series, Suryakumar Yadav, and player of the match, Suryakumar Yadav, 65 off 31. It's probably one of the best innings I've seen him play on international level. Probably not his best, because I think he, in an ODI just recently, he scored like 80-something. But 65 off 31, was hitting boundaries for fun, was picking up on all the bad bowling. There was plenty of bad bowling from the Windies. A lot of full tosses, a lot of wide, short, slow, crap deliveries. And Suryakumar Yadav just picked up on all of them and sent them over the boundary, except for the last ball. But hey, deserved. Super happy to see him. I want to say lock his spot into this team, obviously, and just say to everyone, hey, I'm here. This is my spot in the team, and no one's going to take it away from me. I like it. But hey, yeah, India lost another toss. Who would have thought? Sent in to bat first, the man Ruturaj Gaikwad. You guys know I'm a Rutu fan. Unfortunately, 4 off 8. That one boundary he hit was absolutely sexy. But after that, 4 off 8, it's just not enough as an opener. But hey, he's super young. He'll learn. And it's great experience to be able to get him in. And this is what I love. This is what I always say whenever any cricket series. If you have already won the series, and you know that even with a few changes in your team, you can still win the game, try some new things. Change the 11 around. Put this bowler up to number 4 and let them have a bat so they can be your future finisher. Put the guy who normally bats at 5 opening. I don't know, do something different with the bowling changes, your fielding changes. It's a good time to learn, and I think India have done that very, very well. Australia have done it recently against Sri Lanka. I like when you've already won the series. It's you still want to improve and get better, but you also want to give players opportunities and try and learn new things. So I like what changes they made to the 11. Gaikwad, of course, is an opener, so it's happy to see him there. Ishan Kishan, 34 off 31 with 5 fours. He was quite good until getting bowled. Shreyas Iyer, 25 off 16 with 4 fours. I know obviously all these T20s have been played in Kolkata, so, of course, he's going to be the new captain of Kolkata, so, getting himself accustomed to the positions, the ground, sorry. Rohit Sharma, this is what I like, they're changing the order. Of course, if the T20 World Cup started goddamn tomorrow, the openers are Rohit Sharma and KL Rahul. I think we all know that. Maybe Virat opens, who knows, but, it's KL Rahul and Rohit Sharma who would be opening tomorrow if the World Cup was tomorrow. I think that's the way they would go. I mean, obviously, Ishan's been nice as an opener. Yeah, but I wouldn't... I'm trying to think of the best 11. I might have to do a couple of videos before the World Cup and give my best 11. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that they were able to have Rohit Sharma down the order, try something new. He hasn't played down the order in a long time, so it's nice to see. Suryakumar Yadav, man of the match, of course, and the series, 65 off 31, 1-4, and 7 sixes. I mean, what the fuck? 1-4 and 7 sixes. That is normally the other way around. In fact, I do want to say it was his best innings of his career. I know he's got an 80 in an ODI, but I feel like this was better. This was just pure striking ability. He played a few, MS Dhoni helicopter shots in there. It was super fun to watch. Venki Iyer as well came in as the finisher, which I think is his role. plays at the top order for Kolkata, but I think his role in the international T20 side is this finisher sort of role. You know, is he going to be in the T20 World Cup team? You'd have to say no. You know, when there's guys like, obviously, Jadeja, even Hardik Pandya would probably be in front of him. Maybe Hardik's in front of him. I mean, I don't know where India's at with that selection, but, I mean, he's obviously one for the future as well. And to get him in the international team on home soil and to just try him out and give him some experience is such, important for the future. Into the bowlers, Jason Holder, 1 for 29 off 4. Romero Shepherd, 1 for 50 off 4. Very expensive. Roston Chase, 1 for 23 off 4. The man, Hayden Welsh Jr., 1 for 30 off 4. Dominic Drakes, 1 for 37 off Tree. And Fabian Allen, none for 5 off 1. So a target of 184 set for the Windies. Look, it was always going to be super tough. I think anything over obviously, I could sit here and say anything over 168 would have been enough. But, 184, it always felt like enough. I mean, the Windies have this incredible hitting power and ability to score runs quickly and put teams under the pressure. But, yeah, I just think 184 was always going to be too much. Kyle Mayers, Shy Hope, unfortunately, their openers have just not striked for them this entire series. This entire tour in India, their openers just haven't been up to it. They've experimented with a few different players. Of course, Brandon King's been in there. But, hey, it just hasn't worked. Pooran's been up the order. Romvan Power. There's a few names that are missing from this 11 that they've tried out. But, yeah, it just hasn't worked out for the Windies. So they've got some big questions before the World Cup. Pooran, who is obviously their best player by a long, long way. Of course, you could say Kieran Pollard or Jason Holder, but I think their most important player is Nicholas Pooran. Because whenever he makes over 50, their team actually has a chance. And, he's got to take charge of this team. He's in the right age bracket now. He's got to do what, Chris Gale and Holder and Pollard did when they came into the team as youngsters. They came in and took over the side straight away. Now it's Pooran's time to step up for Windies cricket. 61 of 47, 8 fours, 1 6. That is a good innings, but imagine if he was able to go on with that, score a big, 75 not out, and win the game for his team. It would have been, a big moment for him. I can't remember who bought him in the auction. I think it was Sunrisers, but hey, hopefully he does something well in the IPL this year. Romvan Power, 25 of 14. Kieran Pollard up the order, 5 for 7. Holder, 2 for 6. Roston Chase, 12 off 7. Shepherd, 29 off 21 with some late runs. Gave them a little sniff at the end. Fabian Allen, not out, 5 for 3. Drakes, 4. Hayden Walsh, not out for 0 off 3. Into the bowlers, the man Deepak Chahar. I'm happy for him that he took 2 wickets, 15 off only 1.5, but unfortunately, he injured himself. So, we just hope. I haven't heard any update because it's only 9:30 in the morning and I just woke up. So I don't know if there's been any updates on his injury, but I think it was a hip flexor, they were saying. So, for a fast bowler, that's a pretty big injury to overcome. So I hope he's okay and I hope he's going to be fine in time for, of course, World Cup, IPL. There's big series coming up this year. So get well and get rested up for some big campaigns later in the year. Deepak. Avesh Khan, unfortunately, just not the day for him. None for 42 off 4. Look, everyone likes Avesh Khan, but look, just not his day. Venkatesh Iyer, 2 for 23 off 2.1. He's a class bowler. He's a really, really good bowler. And that's why I think he's in front of Hardik Pandya now, simply on international level. Shardul Takua, 2 for 33 off 4. The Bish, none for 29 off 4. And Harshal Purple Patel just continues his wicket-taking ways, 3 for 22 off 4. This guy is a gun. I mean, Harshal Patel is seriously good. I don't know where he even came from. He just came into the IPL, it seemed, had this massive season, was the leading wicket taker, and now is, gone for a lot of money in the auction, is taking wickets on the international level. Hey, if they bring him in their T20 World Cup squad to Australia, I think he could be super dangerous. He could be like this might not be a great comparison, but like an AJ Tye. Can bowl these sort of different variations, can bowl extreme pace, can take wickets, for little runs. So I think they should bring him on the squad. So just my early thoughts for the World Cup for India. But hey, that will cap it off, guys. India win by 17 runs. They win the series 3-0. They win the whole tour, like 8-0, I think. So it's been a quite comfortable time for India. They've been able to experiment with some new lineups, field changes, getting used to the new captain. It's all been a transition period for Team India, but they've done it pretty well. And for the Windies, I think, they can hold their heads high. Coming to India, you don't really expect to win many matches, but I don't think they want to match this entire tour, so it's a little bit disappointing. But what's their next cricket? I think they play T20s as well against someone. Hey, but that will cap it off, guys. India, West Indies. India win by 17 runs. Let me know your thoughts on the game. Hey, that's going to cap it off, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.